He's probably the most famous artist you've never heard of. Some say as influential as Picasso, as versatile as Dali.
He is an artist who continues to explore. He is constantly reinventing himself, and that's why his work is always fresh.
Born in Iraq, living in London, his work is a reflection of his Arab heritage, painted from afar.
What you see on the surface is lots of amazing colour, beautiful shapes and symbols and so on, but you only have to scratch a little bit and you see that there's something very, very deep going on here.
Now, Dia Azzawi is returning to the region of his birth, the subject of the world's largest solo exhibition of an Arab artist.
It's a journey through the mind and the heart of an extraordinary individual.
Following one man, 3 cities, as he hopes to pass on his passion and drive to the next generation of artists.
I moved to London during the 70s. It is my home in a sense of culture and art. I love it, but from the beginning, I tried to keep my contact with Arab world.
This is Dia Azzawi, one of the Middle East's most sought-after artists.
Without working as an artist, I will go to mental hospital, 100%. Believe me, 100%. because for me, it's art, this is way of living.
He's very important as an artist of that generation, but he's become completely an international artist. You see his work in the Tate, in our collection, in many collections now. This retrospective that's been done in Doha is incredibly important.
The exhibition contains over 500 pieces of Dia's artwork from around the globe.
This is the first time to have such a huge exhibition in Arab countries. And I'm proud to have such exhibition in Doha.
Dia Azzawi is a pioneer, modernist artist who drew a lot of influence from his archaeological background and the culture, heritage and history of his homeland, Iraq.
I study archaeology, so I have a good information of all civilization. And I try most of the time to go back a little bit to this kind of tradition. The Assyrian area, this is the area which I love to see. It is something, it is really incredible. Did an object called Wounded Iraq. I used part of this sculpture. This is something which can go back 3,000, 5,000 years, but at the same time it is related to our culture now.
Venetia Porter is one of a small group of curators and art historians in the West specialising in modern Middle Eastern art.
When we first started acquiring work by Middle Eastern artists for the collection, there were only a couple of places that you could go in London. Now, you know, there are a load of galleries, which is wonderful. There's a realisation that actually this is really interesting art, and I think that's what it is, that these works have got powerful stories to tell, and yeah, they're important. You know, these artists have not been well considered in the past, and it's time that they were.
Today, Dia has come to add to the collection.
Dia, what do you have in this bag here?
I got 3 artist books, one Ubaidi and one Ammar and one mine.
That's fantastic.
So this is maybe for your collection, since you collect artist books from
Well,
Middle
you know
East.
I'm mad about artist books. They're very significant, these books, because they not only are they often very beautiful pieces of art, works of art, but they open a window really onto the culture. They show this deep love that these artists have. This is beautiful. So we can exhibit it like this as a you can open it and it's like a or open it up. What's really interesting is that Arab artists really took up this form of the book, but it does seem to have become a particularly Iraqi phenomenon. And Dia Azzawi is somebody who's a real proponent of the form of the artist's book. Now,
This is mine.
okay. Now we've left the pièce de résistance till the end. Oh my goodness, it's lovely.
It's in a way it's enriched my experience, because painting. I mean, this is why maybe sometimes I get bored by do painting. I go and do something different.
And back at the studio, that is evident in his latest project.
In Jordan, I'm planning to have an exhibition there. I'm very much known by a lot of people there as a painter. So this is for the first time to produce something completely different. I mean, this is something which is new for me, actually, because any artist, if he wants to be creative, he needs to challenge himself. This is all, I'm thinking to get about 9 pieces to Jordan, and we start working there.
So before heading to Doha, Dia will take these model sculptures from London to recreate in the workshops of Amman.